Here in Dubai at the annual UN climate talks, delegates for the first time just named the cause of climate change, and that is the burning of fossil fuels like oil, gas, and coal. The burning of all these, which we use to power our lives, send emissions, greenhouse gas emissions, up into the atmosphere, which heat the planet. And as the planet heats, we have extremes, extreme weather, extreme drought, all kinds of things that cause problems for humanity. As part of this decision, delegates also told the world they need to ramp up the use of renewable energies, solar, wind, geothermal, lots of other things that do not produce emissions or produce very few emissions. Now, scientists have known for more than 100 years that the burning of fossil fuels lets off emissions that go up into the atmosphere and heat the planet. So there's nothing new here. But what's new and significant is the way that it was called out on a world stage, which really pushes the world very much through peer pressure to make changes and makes it more difficult when countries go in an opposite direction. Now, there are critics of what happened today. There are people who say there are all kinds of loopholes. Countries don't necessarily have to comply. And the truth is, probably many won't. We've seen this historically. But we've also seen historically that these talks move the ball toward reducing the danger of climate change. A few other things that were significant in the COP that is just wrapping up. Climate finance. Lots of discussions about where the billions, the trillions of dollars are going to come from to help developing countries transition to green energies. This is not an easy thing. This is very expensive, but the developing world needs help to move in that direction. We have in the text now, in this document, that the world must transition away from fossil fuels. And there's really no going back on that. What we will see likely next year is more discussion of that, more kind of strengthening of that language, maybe more timetables put, and then more discussion next year about finance, which I just talked about a second ago. The world needs trillions of dollars to really move to renewable energy. This sets the stage to have much more discussion of how that money might be generated.
And with that in mind, it makes this a day of
global warming to 1.5 degrees. The drought takes you at an exponential step change in our actions and support. Mr. President,
challenge of climate change. The journey, ladies and gentlemen, I reassure this August 4th
and indigenous peoples. Everyone came together